When you look closely at it, there's no problem in the circumstances. So, when you have a flat tyre, while you may have a problem with it, it's not a problem for the tyre. Or if there's an earthquake, it's not a problem for the earth. Or if your computer crashes, it's not a problem for your computer. Now, if my computer crashes, it's sure a problem for me. It's just not a problem for my computer. Here's the point. The circumstances are just the circumstances. Only people have problems. And we have problems because we have language. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that problems aren't real. In fact, I would tell you the opposite. I'm saying everyone has problems. Problems come with being human. And I'm also saying that where problems exist for us human beings is in language. Now, let's take a look at the way problems are normally structured in language. All problems have what I'm going to call a common linguistic structure. That's a mouthful, huh? A common linguistic structure. Or, said simply, a common way we talk about, think about, and view our problems. Consider all of us talk about, think about, and view our problems in the following way. I'm committed to something, let's call that X, but there seems to be something standing in my way. Let's call that Y. I'm committed to X, but Y. Now let's explore the structure of problems more closely. I want to go on vacation, but I can't afford it. Or, I want to be in a relationship, but I don't want to be hurt again. Or, I want to spend more time with my family, but I'm overcommitted. Now, let me tell you something you may not have noticed. In the way all of us construct problems, there's one little word in that structure that shapes our whole relationship to our problems. And that word is but. Now, what's wrong with the word but? Well, there's nothing wrong with the word but. It's just when you use the word but in the linguistic structure of problems, it creates the way our problems occur for us. In fact, the word but creates an artificial opposition to whatever comes before it. So, for instance, if I use the example of I want to go on vacation, but I can't afford a vacation, it makes going on vacation seem impossible. And that's just not the case. While I wish I had more money for a vacation, that doesn't have to stop me from going on a vacation. These two statements are simply two distinct facts that are not inherently opposed to each other. Using the word but is ultimately disempowering when we talk about our problems. One of the impacts of this inaccurate and artificial opposition is it obscures your ability to see a way to make what you want actually happen, and limits your creativity and effectiveness. Now, while that makes sense, at the same time, what can you do about that? Well, it's actually quite simple. All we have to do is make a small change to the linguistic construct. Let's simply remove the word but and replace it with the word and. So, let's see what happens if we do that. I want to go on vacation and I can't afford a vacation. Now that begins to change things. I want to be in a relationship and I don't want to be hurt again. Can you start to hear the difference? I want to spend more time with my family and I'm overcommitted. You can start to hear it, right? Yes, maybe you are overcommitted, but what does that have to do with whether or not you're going to spend time with your family? But versus and. Now, we're going to take a look at how this actually shows up in each of our lives.
Okay, so